What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love the shy, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like the video and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today we're going to be talking about The Chi Season 4, Episode 5. This is the recap. Now I'm going to try my best to focus on all the key points. If I miss anything, you guys let me know. Now shout out to The Chi. They've been showing your boy love all season long. Hell, even last year they showed your boy love. So make sure you guys go and follow them on Instagram. I will leave the link in the description for you guys, as well as follow their YouTube page, The Chi Showtime. These guys have been showing a whole lot of love, so I really do appreciate all the love and support that they've been given. But let's get to it, y'all. Who shot Duda? Episode 5. We're definitely going to talk about it. You guys let me know who you think shot Duda. We're definitely going to talk more about who shot Duda this week. Probably all the way up until they actually reveal who the person was. But in this episode, a lot of very interesting things happen, and we're going to talk about them. Little small things, but I think those small things will come up in future episodes. So let's begin, man. What did we see in episode 5, titled The Spook Who Sat by the Door? And I know a lot of people have been talking about how this title is being brought up in a lot of different shows. Well, this time it is in The Chi. Your boy Duda, he's having the best day ever. He's feeling like he's at the top of the world, right? That no one can stop him. Like he's on his ghost type movement right here. Now Marcus, of course, he's a little bit tensed in my opinion, because the Olympics, they are coming to Chicago and he wants to make sure that this event is not a fail. So of course he's putting a lot of pressure on everybody, Tracy, the crew members, the student ambassadors. He's trying to make sure it goes the right way. Now I know a lot of you guys have been saying, who is this guy right here? I have no information on who he is. Hell, as far as I know, he's like a crew member, a volunteer. But people were saying maybe he has something to do with the setup of Duda being shot. As of right now, like I told you guys, I have no other information on his character. He could just be a guy they just put in that scene, and that's it. Now, Tracy is having a conversation with Duda, and of course the topic of the trap house is brought up, and of course the girl Trinity, who was found dead. Now Duda explains to her that he knows nothing about this, and Tracy is not buying it. She's like, look, I know you know something about this. I know you know who is running this. And she pretty much tells Duda, so what, you still in bed with gangbangers? So she's telling him, you know, you still own this grimy type stuff, the street stuff. Yes, you are the mayor, but you still have a dirty side behind you. And Duda tells her, well, I'll tell you what, I can't control my past, but if you still got problems with me, you can just step to the side and just, you know what I'm saying, keep him pushing. So Duda lets her know just like that. He ain't, you know, trying to impress her anymore. He got what he want, I feel like. And of course, he's going to continue to use her, and she knows this. Now, that could also mean more motive for Tracy to try to say, you know what? I'm going to take you out since you think you're big and bad. You knew about the trap house, and I'm pretty sure you know about a lot of different things, especially my son, and especially more stuff that's going on in the communities that you don't want to talk about. But hey, you ain't in the game banking no more, as you say. But then again, we know the truth. Then we get to your boy Kevin. He's trying to have a conversation with Gemma. He's trying to meet up. He wants her to see him in his tux to make sure that, you know, the two outfits are going together, right? But Gemma, she's on something else. She's not really giving Kevin the responses that she would normally give him. He understands this. He understands that something is wrong. And Gemma pretty much says, look, you know, it ain't nothing to worry about. It ain't that big of a deal. So be it. So Kevin says, you know what? Let me just call and have a conversation with her. And what she does call her, but, you know, Gemma is too busy with Jake. It's crazy because Kevin's like, look, I love you. And Gemma's like, well, I love you too. Hangs up the phone, starts kicking it with Jake the snake. And during this conversation, she don't know what to do. Jake is like, look, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell him. You better tell him or I will. That's still my boy. I know what we're doing is completely wrong, which is true, right? It is. He understands this. She understands this. But Jake is like, I have to tell my boy the truth. Gemma does not want to do that. She does not want Kevin to know what's really going on, which in the end is going to cause things to become more worse, in my opinion. hell, this storyline is just all over the place, man. It's a complete mess on what's going on with these guys. And speaking of mess, we got Dre. She's helping out Jada once again. Now, what would you guys do? We know that Dre is lying to Nina. She's not telling Nina exactly what's going on, which is making Nina believe that Dre is messing around with Jada. She does not like this. She knows that Dre is lying, but Nina does play this off like she's really not that concerned, like the problem is fixed. And she's been doing this the last few episodes. She asks Dre who she's on the phone with. Of course, Dre's like, well, I'll just work. Nothing, don't worry about it, pretty much. So Nina understands, like, okay, I see what time it is. We know in episode 6 that Nina's limit will hit the max and something is about to go down. Trust me. Now we get to your boy Rashad. He is preparing for a job interview. The man is trying to get himself together. Of course, Imani is there. And Imani is like, look, I can help you tie this tie. I know you need help. And then we see the scene that we saw in the very first episode where Imani was throwing something at a character. Well, we know in this scene, it was Rashad. That's who it was the whole time. I talked about this a few weeks back that I thought it was him. He is pissed off. He's like, look, don't touch me. You know what I'm saying? Do not touch me. And this is because he knows the truth about Imani. He's very uncomfortable. And you already know this is going to cause more issues with him and Imani, and also him and his boy, Treg. And speaking of Treg, Imani's like, look, I told you I want him up out of here. I am tired of dealing with him. So now we know that his time to leave that apartment is very, very soon. And the theories about does Rashad know Imani from the past? Well, it was answered in this episode. He doesn't know her at all. But Treg is pretty much saying, look, I will handle this. And Imani's like, well, you said you was going to handle Nuck in the trap house, and you seen what happened with that. So now Treg, he has a lot of pressure on him, because if he doesn't handle this, Imani will handle this very, very loudly, as she's done in the past. Then we get to Keisha. She's looking at baby pictures, and of course, she is having a conversation with her mom, and she's like, I'm not going to be able to have this with this baby. And Nina tells her, yes, not this time. You're not going to be able to have these moments with this child. And you can tell Keisha feels very bad. Even though she knows Octavia is a good parent, she deep down inside, you can tell she wants to keep the baby. But it's just the responsibilities, the stress that's going to come with it. I don't know if Keisha is ready to deal with that. But I would say Octavia does seem like a solid parent. Then we get to Emmett, and we're in the scene that they showed us last week, the early scene recap that I dropped for you guys as well. Emmett, he is feeling very bad about what's going to happen with Jada, which he believes it could be the end. Jada tells him, don't worry about this. She's proud of him. She loves him. They caught it early. There's nothing to worry about. I'm going to tell you right now, based on what we've been seeing and based off the new trailer, Jada is about to go through a whole lot of struggling. And if she's going to be going through this, she's going to need Emmett to stay strong. We know in this episode, it wasn't looking too good for him, man. It really hit him hard. Then we get to a new character, Christian, and he's working with Keisha, and it seems like he has a little crush on her. He really does like Keisha, and Keisha, you can tell she's kind of feeling him a little bit. And I believe the two will probably start dating very, very soon. We know in the next episode, based off that trailer, something would happen between the two. But they do go out back during break. They kick it, chat it up. But Keisha is having pains, man. You can just tell she's not in the right state of mind. We know in this episode her water does break. That water breaks, and of course Keisha has to have this baby. She's trying to fight it. She's trying to play off the pains, but it's starting to get very severe. She can't hold this in no more. It's time to get to the hospital. That's what I was thinking. But we know that Keisha is going to end up having her baby at home, a home birth, a natural birth, which is very, very difficult. But with the support that she does have, she's going to be able to get through this, man. But I'm telling you right now, Keisha definitely went through it in this episode, and she's going to go through it mentally in the future as well when it comes to that baby. Now we get to the interview. Your boy Rashad, he's trying to get him a J-O-B. That's what he's trying to do. He's telling this guy, look, I know I messed up in the past, but I'm changed. I'm trying to fix myself. Look, I can work. I can do whatever you need me to do. We got Carl Winslow looking boy over here. You know what I'm saying? Planning, talking about, I don't know about all that. Once he mentions that, he has a record, once that's brought up, he pretty much says, look, I got to talk to my peoples. You know what I'm saying? It ain't up to me. It's up to somebody that's higher up than me, which pretty much lets Rashad know, like, okay, I see what time it is. You ain't trying to give me no opportunity. You ain't trying to help me for real. Now, of course, I wish Rashad would have held his composure and would have been like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? I got it. Just call me if you need me. But Rashad is very pissed off, man. He is pissed off. Carl Winslow played him in his perspective. Treg is trying to talk to him, and Rashad is like, look, we can talk, but we need to talk over some hard drinks. We know what Treg about to talk about. He about to talk about Rashad having to leave the spot, and of course, what happened between him and Imani, which is going to cause a huge, huge argument. Now, Kevin, Jake, hell, everybody, they're getting ready for the gala. It is time to turn up, right? Of course, we know the Olympics will be announced. We know that Jake the Snake will be hooking up with who? Gemma. So it's about to go down, man. Everybody's getting ready, prepared. And everybody that's going to this event, these are the people that could have possibly taken out Duda, right? We seen this in the very first episode. Now we get the episode where we're actually seeing the people that's going to attend the event. Duda, of course, is very happy because he know it is going to be good news at this event. He is trying to get all the student ambassadors ready and prepared for the event. Of course, Jake does not want to hear it. He is tired of Duda. As he said, he cannot stand him. But Duda says, look, y'all need to be ready for this event. It's time for no mistakes. You know what I'm saying? But we know Duda, what he's trying to do is he's trying to make sure he has a good image for everybody. So it looks like he's a great mayor. See, Jake understands this. He peeped game last season on what Duda is trying to do. Now, Jake is pissed off. He walks off with Gemma. And look at your boy Kevin, y'all. Kevin, you just going to sit there and let him take your girl? She just walking off with him? Really? Kevin knows the truth, y'all. He been knowing it, but he had to see it to believe it, I guess. But hell, he's seeing it right now. But it had to be a little bit more intense for him, right? Now, you can tell Gemma is jealous of what Jake is doing. She's not even fully engaged in conversation with Kevin at all. She is worrying about who Jake is over there talking to. And this is when she leaves Kevin, and then she goes over there and she has a conversation with Jake right there in front of Kevin, y'all. Just think about that for a second. She's having a conversation with Kevin. She cuts him off pretty much, walks over there to Jake and say, look, what are you trying to do? Make me jealous? And, pretty much saying, yeah, well, it's working. And look at him. Look at your boy Kevin, just looking like, oh, okay, you can have her. You could have her. You're my friend. I know you're loyal. Really? Ain't no way. I'm up over there. Nah, it ain't happening like that. But hey, this is who Kevin is. He knows the truth deep down inside, but he really doesn't want to believe it. Well, hell, in this episode, he's definitely going to find out the truth. Now, when Duda and Rose was dancing, Rose told him, she said, look, I want a spot in your administration. This is what she's been wanting. She wants a higher position, right? But Duda tells her no. He pretty much said, please, it ain't happening. So Rose tells him, well, okay, well, I will divorce you, and then we're going to have some real problems. And then once again, Duda says to her, well, what are you doing trying to make threats at me once again? See, this is why I don't believe that Rose was the one to shoot Duda, because they go back and forth all the time. Why wait till now to do it? If you was going to do it, she could have probably already did it easily. But hey, who am I? Now, we get back to Rashad, and everything was going good between him and Treg at first. They was chopping up old history, and then the conversation of Imani pops up, and he tells Rashad, look, you got to go. And that he does love and care for his girl, Imani, more than he does Rashad. And Rashad is pissed off. He's like, I can't believe you. You know what I'm saying? You going to really pick her over me? Dogs out Imani. He's dogging out Treg, calling him all types of names. And he wants to throw those hands for real. He's very pissed off. Now, I hope and pray that your boy Rashad does not get into any illegal activity. Please, I hope and pray it doesn't happen. I don't want to see Jason Weaver's character get killed off because he got into it with somebody because he slipped up. I believe he needs to stay in the show. This is good TV in my opinion. I can't wait to see how it's all going to unfold between him and Trey. Hell, he gets into the weekend to leave. We're going to see what's going to happen. I got a feeling before he leaves, he going to make it be known that he was up in there. It's going to be some issues, trust me. Then we get to Tracy, and Tracy is giving a hell of a speech for the community, for her organization and what they stand for. She talks about her son, and she does talk about Duda and the things that he has done for the community. Gives him a lot of praise, a lot of praise. Now, everybody does not like Duda. Everybody does not like Tracy, but she is doing her job and she is playing her position very well. Now, Jake, of course, does not like this at all because he feels like what Duda is doing is wrong. He feels like everybody's trying to look out for him because of what happened to him. He feels like Duda really took him in because he wanted to become mayor. He wanted to, of course, pad his public image. He wanted to make it look like he was the greatest person ever by taking in Jake. And Jake understood this last season, as I told you guys, right? So he walks off, said, this event is not for me. I can't be here. So Gemma, she follows him. And then your boy Kevin looks. And he's like, man, where is my girl and my best friend? They were sitting right by each other. You know, I'm not over there with my girl. 9 times out of 10, they are probably kicking it with each other. I mean, get up and go find her. It's no way you're going to get that off while I'm there. But that's just me. Now, as you can see, the 2 seats are gone. Kevin, you should have already been over there with Gemma. But hey, go ahead and let Jake the Snake steal your girl. Then your boy Duda. He's standing up on the balcony, reminding me of James St. Patrick. He's up there on this ghost type stuff. Look, this is my house. I'm at the top of the world. No one can stop me type feeling right here. Come on. You already know this has to remind you of Ghost. And of course, we know that Rose and Marcus, they don't necessarily like Tracy and what she's talking about. They can't stand Tracy. They can't even stand what she is even talking about as far as how good Duda really is and stuff like that. They're pissed off for real. Then we get to Jake and Gemma. Mr. Steal Your Girl, Mr. Jake the Snake. He's in the stairwell, kissing all up on Gemma. And then we see your boy Kevin. He finally is going to see the truth that he already knew. Hell, body language tells all. He knew this, but he had to see it to believe it, y'all. He had to see it to believe it. Look at him. He can't believe it. But you knew what was up, right? And as he's watching, heartbroken, he sees his best friend and his girl. I mean, come on. They played him for real. But Kevin knew this. As Gemma walks down, like, oh, Kevin. Ain't no old Kevin, nothing. See, I'm surprised Kevin ain't just run up there and get it cracking right here and right. I mean, that's just me. I ought to run up there. We gonna stop this. It's about to be a riot up in here. Your boy Kevin instead runs. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was about to make this image right here the thumbnail. But I wasn't gonna play Kevin like that. I wasn't gonna do him dirty like that. But we may just use it for another video. But he was sad, man. Your boy Kevin was sad that his girl got stolen by Mr. Steal Your Girl, Jake. Now we get to Duda and Tracy. And he is thanking her. He said, man, how will I top that speech that you have given out there, man? You did a hell of a job. And as we can see in the background, Peeping Tom Marcus. Look at him. I mean, come on. Peeping Tom. I mean, he's just trying to figure out what Duda is doing with Tracy at all costs, at all moments of the episode. Duda goes up there. He gives his speech. He announces that the Olympics will be coming to Chicago. This is something that Marcus, with his Peeping Tom having ass, wants in the first place. He wanted this to come, right? This is his dream. Yes, the Olympics are coming to Chicago. It makes me look great. And of course, Rose is happy because this may just increase her chances of getting a higher position, whether it's with Duda or it's with someone else. But we know deep down inside, these guys have a lot of motive to take out Duda. Now, we get back to Jake and Gemma, and they seem to have gotten over the whole Kevin crying and stuff, running away. They don't care. They about to have a happy ending, right? This is what they wanted. I mean, come on. They do not care about Kevin at all. This proves it right here. I'm like, okay, I see what time it is. So we know Kevin about to turn up, right? We know that's going to happen, right? Then we get to your girl Imani and Tracy. And Imani says, well, good speech, but you said nothing about the trap house and those girls. And Tracy said, I didn't have enough time. We know deep down inside, Tracy wasn't about to say anything out there. She didn't want to do it. She didn't want to, put Otis Perry on blast like that. And she didn't do that. Imani is pissed off, says, look, I got to get up out of here. So Imani leaves. So does that just leave Tracy there and other people there? Did Imani really leave? Is the question, right? Duda comes up. He approaches Tracy and says, look, he thanked her and said, look, we can go up to the roof, have drinks, meet me up there in a few. Tracy says she has to do a couple things, shake a couple hands, and then she will meet her up there. And then we get back to peeping Tom Marcus. I mean, come on. Why are you all up in his business? And Duda had a good point. Like, dude, why don't you mind your own business? I'm a grown man. I don't care if I can't trust her or not. This is me. This is what I am doing. You know what I'm saying? You ain't smashing her. You ain't clapping her cheeks. You worrying about her too much in me, in my business. And Duda told him, I don't owe you nothing. Because Marcus is like, well, I'm the reason you're at the position that you're at right now because of me. And Duda plays your boy, plays him. Is that enough motive to make Marcus say, you know what? I'm going to take Duda out. Y'all peeped how Marcus went back and forth, and then he went to the left. Tracy went to the right. So at the end of the day, we didn't see him leave the building. He could also be a person of interest. He was very pissed off. Your boy Kevin, I'm going to call him an uber pissed off. He is definitely going to cry in that car. We know what's about to happen, right? And I'm going to tell you right now, get ready for the turn up. Get ready for the real Kevin. It's about to come out in this next episode. Him and Jake will be going at it. He will take all his frustrations out on Jake and whoever is in his way. Now, Emmett, of course, he was not having the best episode. He is very worried about Jada's health, and that's very understandable. I mean, he has a hell of a connection with his mother. Go back to the very beginning of The Shy. This man and his mom's has a great relationship. He doesn't want to lose her. He is breaking down. Now, Darnell is there for him. As I told you guys in the past, this is the person that's going to have to be there for his son, Darnell. And he understands it. He's like, man, okay, she's sick. I'm going to be here for you, man. I know Darnell does play around a lot, but trust me, Darnell will step up and make sure his son is okay, in my opinion. And speaking of Jada, she is there along with everybody else, helping with Keisha and the baby being delivered and stuff like that. I know Nita was feeling some type of way seeing Jada there and believing that her and Dre got something going on, but not really knowing the truth, right? Now, Keisha does have the baby. Everything is good. It was a struggle. This scene was very graphic, very emotional, especially for those who have had babies like this. Hell, even birth in general at a regular hospital. This is very, very touching. Your girl Keisha got through it. Everyone was happy. Of course, Octavia is happy, but you can tell from the look on Keisha's face, she had the baby, but at the end of the day, she's still kind of sad that she's not going to be able to be the one to be in that child's life like that. And things may just change. I believe Octavia is cool. She may let Keisha, have a part in that baby's life. I mean, we got to wait and see how that's all going to play out in the future. Now we get to the end of the episode. Your boy Duda, Otis Perry. He goes out on the top of the roof. He's suspecting Tracy, right? Now, if you watch that scene over and over in slow motion, as Duda is out there waiting, when he turns around, he doesn't turn around and instantly makes a bad face. He turns around and he's still smiling. And it's up until, I will say, the person pulls out the gun that he realizes that this is not what he thought it was, which really makes me think that it was someone that he knows. I'm still going with my prediction that I believe it's a female. I told you the people at the top of my list is Tracy and Imani. We know that Rose was one of the first people up there. We saw the episode 6 trailer, which I will be doing the what to expect for that very soon. But Duda definitely seemed like it was someone he knew up there. And they pulled that trigger on him. He's lying there. He's bloody. And I'm believing that Duda has a 50-50 chance. He has a 50-50 chance of surviving this, y'all. Will Otis Perry be done for? I hope not. I don't want to see another great character leave this show. Hell, we already had Reg leave, Brandon leave. I don't want to see Duda. I don't want to see him leave. I believe he's in his zone. He needs to recover from this. And the person that did this, in my opinion, I think whoever did this has nothing to lose. And just think about that for a second. If I'm going to shoot Otis Perry, I better damn sure hope I don't have anything to lose. Does Rose have anything to lose? Well, she can lose her spot within Duda's organization. Of course, her freedom, right? Marcus, he has a kid. He has a daughter, Gemma. He doesn't want to mess his chances up, right? The Olympics are coming. Why even pull that off? Then you got Imani, who, of course, at the end of the day, she wants to stop all this drama within this trap house. Doesn't seem like no one is taking her words seriously. She's told Treg that if you don't do nothing about it, I will do something about it. And I'm going to be very loud when I do this. We saw Imani leave with Jake, but then again, did she actually leave? And when it comes to Imani, when it comes to something to lose, well, she does have something to lose. Treg, Jake, is she willing to risk it all for them? You know what I'm saying? To take out Duda? Doesn't make sense, right? But then again, anything can happen. I'm just going by motives, right? But when we get to Tracy, and when we talk about Tracy, what does she have to live for? Let's just be honest. Jason is gone. Rusty as Ronnie is gone. I mean, Rescue Ronnie is gone, right? They're gone. You know, they took her son. 63rd Street Mob, the head of the 63rd Street Mob, definitely knows about this. Otis Perry, who pretty much told her, I'm sorry about what happened to your son. He told her this, right? He knows about what's going on. Duda, he plays like he does not know. As I told you guys in my quick thoughts early impressions video, I was finally happy that someone asked him the question about the trap house and what's going on. Because so far, Duda hasn't said anything about the trap house at all. Far as he know, he's just a mayor and he does his little side stuff. He lets Treg handle his street business, right? But he knows what's going on. He knows it all. But he's smart to play it off like that. So what does Tracy really have to lose? Y'all saw her taking that drink right before. Hell, as far as we know, she was the person that was supposed to go up there and meet him on the roof. The question is, was she the person that pulled the trigger? I guess we got to wait and find out. I can't wait, man. I hoped and prayed that they would show us who did this in episode 5. They didn't do it. So now we got another 5 episodes to go to figure out who shot Duda. But thank you guys for all the love, all the support. You guys leave your theories, predictions, everything down below. You let me know exactly who you think shot Duda. Based off all the evidence, who do you think shot him? Make sure you follow the playlist. I broke it down right before this episode aired about who shot Duda and the motives. And we talked about Marcus and Rose, Treg, Imani, Officer Reeves. We talked about Tracy as well. I broke all those characters down. So check those videos out. Get a more in detail description on why these people would want to shoot Duda in the first place. But thank you guys for all the support, all the love. I will catch you on the next one. And once again, shout out to the Shy Showtime for all the support and love that they've been giving me over the few years. And shout out to you guys once again for all the love that you give me each and every day. But let me go out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.